On this very special edition of Wipeout Canada, we put out the call for only the dreamiest contestants, folks who consider themselves the creme de la creme of foxiness, to face off against, well, these people.
Yeah, pretty much the most awkward oddballs we could find in Canada.
Welcome to Wipeout Canada's Beauty versus Geeks grudge match.
Jessica standing by with our next contestant, I think.
Well, all she has to do is give the frog a magical kiss, and it will transform into a handsome prince. Or perhaps in the garbage scientist Kevin Matheson from Saskatoon.
So you research garbage?
Yep.
Have you ever found anything cool in the garbage?
Only every day.
Have you ever ran into many beauties when you were working at the dump?
Some, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there some good lookers here today?
I work there for... Oh. Don't even get me started.
You are a Romeo, oh my.
What can I say? Ladies dig me.
Let's see if the ladies dig this. Oh, they may have to dig him out instead.
He lands in a heap against that platform, and when you're small, and a geek, and a garbage enthusiast, that's a real slap in the face.
Now climbing the ramp to the big balls, looking pretty filthy right now, so he should feel right at home. I mean at work.
And he leaps off. Oh no, what a spectacular spill.
Garbage boy just getting disposed of by the big balls. We'll have to see if he can clean up the mess on the ball swing.
Climbing up, refusing to quit, and he jumps off, hanging on like it's the back of a dump truck.
And he sticks it. Wait. No. Oh, he falls off backwards into the drink. Let's look at that again.
He looks bagged. Moving on.
Other qualifiers include Geeks, Joel the Librarian and Garbage Boy Kevin, and Beauties, Nude Model Reed and Smiley Chelsea.
Welcome to the Motrin Sweeper round.
Guess not. And away we go. I couldn't help but notice that there are not an awful lot of geeks remaining.
Yeah, sadly only 3 geeks are left.
4 including you.
I know you are, but what am I?
Good one. Meanwhile, the sweeper has started, complete with our newfangled danglies. They actually do seem to be a little disorienting.
Oh, apparently so, as Mr. July Matthew gets rocktobered.
He had a solid landing but couldn't hang on. I guess this just wasn't a leap year.
So 1 down, 11 to go.
Math nerd.
Quit it, okay?
Oh no! Double D Desiree gets swept away. Let's give her some support, or a cup of water.
So 2 beauties down, leaving 7 from their team and 3 from Team Geek.
Hit my foot.
Remember, the last 7 standing move on, with the very last person getting a free pass to the finals. Oh dear! Cheerleader Brittany No Navel McLean tumbles on the sweeper and goes face first into the platform.
Boom boom.
Not such a good jumper when you don't have 2 burly guys throwing you up in the air, huh?
Another beauty down. This is like one of those movies where a team of misfits beats the popular kids. I can't wait for the slow clap at the end.
The sweeper makes shrieking girls of us all.
Oh no! Miss World Canada Crystal is down, leaving 8 people standing.
Since only 7 move on, the next person who falls will kiss that $50,000 goodbye.
And our competitors know it too.
Down goes Christy, and Ron, and Taryn.
Whoa, look out!
A wipeout hat trick. Let's take another look.
And Lady Christie gets squashed by the sweeper, becoming the last person eliminated from the round. Then Geek in Disguise Ron slipped off the catwalk before Playboy Bunny Taryn hippity-hopped off her platform.
However, both Ron and Taryn will move on to the next round. There are 5 left. Nerds Kevin the Garbage Boy and Librarian Joel. And attractive people Smiley Chelsea, Latin Lover Martin, and Nude Model Reed.
Now let's raise that arm and see if we can't trip them up. Look at that! The arm is so high, everyone has to dive through blind, just hoping to land on the other side. This is where the dingle balls really come into play, as they obscure the jumper's view.
And I have to point out that 2 of my geeks are still in there. Go, geeks, go! Against all odds, you'll prove that a person's true value is inside. Oh, rats. Oh, double rats.
Wow, 2 huge wipeouts for the geeks. Librarian Joel's jump was a little overdue and he had to pay the fine. And then Garbage Boy Kevin was kicked to the curb. The 6 surviving contestants will now try to grab one of 3 remaining spots in the finals. They are Garbage Boy Kevin, Latin Lover Martin, Playboy Bunny Taryn, Geek in Disguise Ron, Smiling Beauty Chelsea, and Librarian Joel. Alrighty, rev it up.
Let's do this!
Now, this evil contraption will spin for about 40 seconds, 20 in each direction, just enough to completely obliterate their minds. Then we get to watch them run around. It's a good time.
Do this for the rest of my life. This is gonna be dizzy.
Doesn't matter if you're a beauty or a geek. I mean, everybody looks bad throwing up, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let's let them loose and see what happens. Oh, Kevin shoots out of the gate. Followed by Taryn, Librarian Joel, Chelsea Tail Feathers, Ron Weir, Martin Alborough. There's Kevin again. Taryn, Joel, Kevin, Martin. Oh, still going. Will he make it?
No, so close. The Latin lover made it all the way, but didn't land 2 feet on the platform.
Ay, Dios mío, papi. Playboy Bunny Taryn hops across, but disappears down the rabbit hole.
Go for it.
Ron insists that Joel go first. Very polite. Joel's still catching his breath, and out of nowhere comes Martin like he's running from the bulls.
So, Latin lover Martin is the first to join nude model Reed Gustafson in the Wipeout zone.
Because he'd romanced the finishing platform last time, he was able to fling himself at it with no fear of refusal.
Vamos! These guys are really having a good time down there, eh, JT? You know, looks like beauties and geeks can coexist.
That's what I keep saying, but they still won't come to my parties.
Oh, yeah.
Not good.
Playmate Taryn looking quite pale. You sure don't want to see her Hefner lunch all over the place.
This time is worse than the last time.
Quit your whining, Joel. 2 spots remaining in the finals. Will one of these geeks finally make it through?
Once again, our garbage boy chucks himself towards the obstacle. This time, it's the barrel crossing. Oof, not the smoothest approach, but he's still moving forward.
Everyone else still trying to get their balance. Taryn seems particularly nauseous. Hey, just don't throw up in the grotto.
Kevin methodically picking his way across. Oh, and Playboy Bunny Taryn calls it quits.
Now Librarian Joel and Beauty Chelsea are on their way, but Kevin has a nice lead. His method seems to consist of throwing himself at the barrels like it's garbage day. Oh!
Kevin's almost at the finish line. He lands, but practically drowns himself in the process. Kevin picking himself up for the final push. Looks like Ron is coming up quick on the final barrel now. All he has to do is jump to the last platform, and he's got it.
Oh, Ron pounces on Kevin.
What the devil?
We'll have to go to the replay and see who's got it.
Geek in Disguise Ron got there at the same time as Garbage Boy Kevin, but since he used him as a landing pad, technically Kevin touched the finishing platform first. It's rare to see geeks mating in the wild.
A great effort by Ron, but the judges are giving it to Kevin.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, we have judges?
Yes, we are the judges.
Oh.
So Garbage Boy no longer. This Garbage Man is the first geek through to the finals.
Let's do it!
Next up, the great geek hope, Garbage Boy Kevin Matheson.
Jessica's frog prince was reduced, reused, and recycled in the qualifier, and after getting thrown out by the sweeper, he finally took out the trash in the dizzy dummy to become the last geek standing in the wipeout zone.
Sign! Cosine sign! 3.14159! Go Geeks!
3.14, who, what?
It's pie.
Oh, pie, I love pie. Lemon meringue.
Garbage Boy is off.
Oh, he got tossed out of there like a fast food container out of a car window on the highway.
You don't still do that, do you?
No, take the bus. You just toss it on the floor.
Kevin's at the barrel run, crawling up to the ramp like a raccoon.
Well, he picks through the garbage with them all day. He's liable to pick up a few traits. Remember, the air he caught off the killer surf really cut down his swim time, and now he's well ahead of the pace.
Let's see if he can keep it up on the water wall. So far, so good.
You know, you take one look at this guy, and all you can think of is yanking his underpants up over his head and hitching him to a fence post. But he is really holding his own here.
Harsh, but fair. And he continues to defy the odds, now past the water wall, and making new fans out of the beauties.
And he's down on the sponge towel spinner. Nothing trashy about this run at all so far.
And he's way ahead of the pace. Garbage Boy makes his next move, and oh no! He mistimes his jump and slips over the edge before the next obstacle.
And that is the worst place to fall because you're forced to swim all the way back to the water wall, and he's going to have to hurry.
He starts his climb back up the ladder. It's like climbing back up to the dump truck on one of his field trips, only with about 8 more steps and a lot more water.
He's down again, Jonathan. This might be too much to overcome, even for a garbage boy.
Yet another English proverb. He collects himself for another attempt. And he slips a bit, trying to pull his little body up there. And he's running out of time.
Oh, I think he's run out of gas, JT. That or his little engine's flooded from all that water.
It doesn't look like he's going to hang on. And he's down.
Oh.
Garbage Boy Kevin Matheson is dumped from the competition.
And with that, the final flickering flame of hope for the geeks is unceremoniously extinguished.
That was dramatic.
That's what I was going for. Nailed it!
So the water wall spelled cold defeat for the last remaining true geek.